Have you ever finished cleaning your home, felt a wonderful sense of accomplishment, but then found yourself with a lingering headache, a tickle in your throat, or just feeling a bit off? It's a common experience, isn't it? We work hard to keep our living spaces spotless, believing we're creating a healthier environment. But sometimes, the very products we use to achieve that sparkling clean might be quietly undermining our well-being. It's a painful reality that many of the cleaning supplies we've relied on for years, even decades, contain ingredients that can become increasingly problematic as we get older. Our bodies change, becoming more sensitive, and what once seemed harmless might now be causing subtle, or even not so subtle, irritation to our lungs, skin, and overall health. The secret is that a truly clean home is one that supports your health, not one that adds a hidden burden. In this video, we're going to uncover 3 very common cleaning products that, especially if you're over 70, you should absolutely consider avoiding. Knowing what these are, and more importantly, what safe and effective alternatives exist, can make a world of difference to how you feel every single day. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you. Let's dive right in with the first product category that often causes more trouble than it's worth. For those of us enjoying our later years, those incredibly harsh oven cleaners. You know the ones. They promise to cut through years of baked-on grease and grime with minimal effort, and they often deliver. But at what cost? Take a moment to think about the fumes that escape when you spray those powerful chemicals into a confined space like your oven. The scent alone can be overwhelming, often making your eyes water and your throat feel scratchy almost immediately. For anyone, these fumes are irritating. But for someone over 70, especially if you have any pre-existing respiratory conditions like asthma, COPD, or even just general age-related lung sensitivity, these chemicals can be incredibly dangerous. We're talking about highly corrosive substances that can irritate and inflame your airways, leading to coughing fits, shortness of breath, and even trigger a full-blown asthma attack. Imagine struggling to catch your breath just from cleaning your oven. It's a frightening thought, isn't it? Beyond respiratory issues, these powerful cleaners can cause severe chemical burns if they come into contact with your skin, and a splash to the eyes could lead to serious damage. And let's not forget the risk of dizziness or lightheadedness from inhaling those fumes, which can significantly increase your risk of a fall, especially when you're bending and reaching into an oven. I remember my friend, Margaret. She used one of these cleaners a few months ago, and she told me she felt so dizzy afterwards. She had to sit down for a good half hour and still felt a bit nauseous for the rest of the day. She thought it was just her, but it was those powerful chemicals doing their work on her system. So, what's the secret to a sparkling oven without putting your health at risk? It's much simpler and safer than you might think. For lighter messes, a good old-fashioned scrub with warm water, a little dish soap, and a sturdy sponge can work wonders. But for those tougher, baked-on bits, baking soda and white vinegar are your best friends. Simply make a thick paste with baking soda and a little water. Spread it generously over the greasy areas, and let it sit overnight. In the morning, spray it with white vinegar. It will bubble and fizz as it reacts with the baking soda, loosening the grime. Then, simply wipe it clean. You might need a bit more elbow grease, but you'll avoid all those dangerous fumes and caustic chemicals. Another helpful tip is prevention. Try to wipe out spills as soon as they happen, while the oven is still warm but turned off. This prevents buildup in the first place. And if your oven is truly a disaster zone and you don't feel up to the baking soda method, consider hiring a professional cleaner who uses eco-friendly, non-toxic products, or even invest in an oven with a self-cleaning feature, though those can also produce some fumes. So ventilation is key. The main takeaway here is to listen to your body. If a product makes you feel unwell, even subtly, it's probably not worth the risk. Now that we've talked about what might be lurking under your sink for oven cleaning, let's turn our attention to another seemingly innocent cleaner that can be quite problematic: particularly when it comes to the air we breathe in our own homes. Next up on our list of common cleaning products to reconsider, especially if you're over 70, are those ubiquitous air fresheners, the aerosol sprays, the plug-ins, the gels, even some of the scented candles that promise to make your home smell like a spring meadow or a pine forest. They seem so harmless, designed to make our homes more pleasant. Right. But the truth is, most of these products don't actually clean the air. They simply mask unpleasant odors with a cocktail of synthetic chemicals. And for those of us who might be more sensitive, or have lungs that have seen a few more years, these chemicals can be a real source of irritation. Many conventional air fresheners contain volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, as well as phthalates and artificial fragrances. When you spray that aerosol can, or plug in that little device, these chemicals are released directly into your living space, and you breathe them in. For an older adult, this can trigger a range of uncomfortable and even serious reactions. Think about it: a persistent cough that you can't quite shake, sneezing fits, itchy eyes, a nagging headache, or a general feeling of stuffiness or malaise that you can't pinpoint. These symptoms are often dismissed as allergies, a common cold, or just getting older. But they could very well be a direct reaction to the chemical cocktail circulating in your air. Some of these compounds have even been linked to more serious issues like respiratory problems, hormone disruption, and headaches for many, let alone those with already sensitive systems. My neighbor, Betty, always had one of those plug-in air fresheners in her living room. She loved how it made her house smell, but she also complained constantly about headaches. She'd take pain relievers almost daily. It wasn't until her daughter, who is a bit of a health enthusiast, suggested she unplug it for a week that Betty realized the connection. Her headaches practically disappeared. She was genuinely surprised. So, what can you do to keep your home smelling fresh without resorting to chemical maskers? The simplest and most effective solution is often the oldest one: opening a window. Even for just 10 or 15 minutes a day, fresh air circulation can do wonders to clear out stale air and lingering odors. For more persistent smells, identifying and eliminating the source is key. Perhaps it's a hidden damp spot, a forgotten bin, or a pet area that needs extra attention. Once the source is dealt with, you can use natural odor absorbers like bowls of baking soda strategically placed in rooms, or even a small bowl of activated charcoal. For a pleasant aroma, consider simmering a pot of water on the stove with natural ingredients like cinnamon sticks, orange peels, cloves, or a few drops of pure vanilla extract. You can also use a diffuser with high-quality, pure essential oils, but use them sparingly and ensure good ventilation, as even natural scents can be overwhelming for some. The goal is to create a naturally clean and fresh environment, not one that's just disguised with artificial perfumes. Now that we've discussed air fresheners and their hidden impacts on your lungs, let's talk about another household staple that demands careful consideration, especially if you're over 70, and that's the powerful, ubiquitous bleach-based cleaners. Finally, we come to a cleaning product that's almost synonymous with clean for many of us: bleach and other strong bleach-based cleaners. For decades, it's been our go-to for disinfecting, whitening, and tackling tough stains. The smell of bleach might even bring back memories of a thoroughly sanitized home. But for those over 70, these potent cleaners can pose significant risks that far outweigh their perceived benefits. Bleach, or sodium hypochlorite, is a highly corrosive chemical. This means it can literally burn through organic material, and that includes your skin, your eyes, and the delicate tissues of your respiratory system. The fumes alone are incredibly strong and can quickly irritate your lungs, leading to coughing, wheezing, and shortness of breath. For someone with sensitive airways, or conditions like asthma or emphysema, these fumes can be debilitating, causing a severe reaction that makes it difficult to breathe. Imagine scrubbing your bathroom and suddenly feeling like you can't get enough air. or your eyes burning and watering intensely. This is not uncommon with bleach. Beyond the fumes, there's the very real danger of direct contact. A splash of bleach on your skin can cause painful chemical burns, and if it splashes into your eyes, it can cause severe and permanent damage. The risk of accidental ingestion, while hopefully rare, is also much higher for older adults who might have impaired vision or simply confuse bottles. And perhaps one of the most critical dangers of bleach-based cleaners is the catastrophic consequences of mixing them with other common household products. For instance, mixing bleach with ammonia-containing cleaners, found in many glass cleaners, floor cleaners, and all-purpose sprays, creates a highly toxic chloramine gas. Inhaling this gas can be fatal. Even mixing bleach with acidic cleaners, like toilet bowl cleaners or rust removers, can produce chlorine gas, which is also extremely dangerous. It's a common mistake, born out of a desire to clean even better, but it can have dire consequences. I once heard about a gentleman who, wanting his bathroom floor to be extra clean, first used a bleach cleaner and then, thinking he needed something for soap scum, followed up with an ammonia-based window cleaner. He was found struggling to breathe and disoriented. Thankfully, his neighbor heard him and called for help, but it was a very close call. So, what are the safer, gentler, yet still effective alternatives to bleach for disinfecting surfaces? White vinegar is a fantastic, natural option. It effectively kills many bacteria and viruses without any harsh fumes or corrosive properties. You can spray it directly on surfaces. Let it sit for a few minutes, then wipe it clean. For whitening laundry or tackling mildew in the bathroom, hydrogen peroxide is a much safer alternative. It breaks down into water and oxygen, leaving no harmful residues. Just pour some directly onto stains or add it to your wash cycle. For general scrubbing and cleaning, baking soda combined with a little water forms a powerful, abrasive yet gentle paste that can lift grime and deodorize without any chemical worries. And for everyday cleaning, simply using hot water and a good quality microfiber cloth can remove an astonishing amount of dirt and germs without any products at all. The key is to be mindful, avoid strong chemical odors, and never ever mix cleaning products. We've journeyed through some truly common cleaning products, unmasking the hidden risks they can pose, especially as we navigate our later years. We started with those powerful oven cleaners, explaining how their harsh fumes and corrosive nature can irritate delicate lungs and skin, and even increase the risk of falls. Then, we explored the seemingly innocuous world of air fresheners, revealing how their synthetic fragrances and VOCs can trigger headaches, respiratory issues, and generally make us feel unwell, rather than truly freshening our homes. And finally, we just talked about the potent dangers of bleach-based cleaners, not just their corrosive properties and irritating fumes, but the truly hazardous reactions they can have when accidentally mixed with other common household products. Remember, your home should be your sanctuary, a place where you feel safe and comfortable, where every breath is clean and every surface free from hidden chemical burdens. It's an empowering thought. Isn't it taking a proactive step to choose gentler, safer alternatives for your cleaning routine isn't about sacrificing cleanliness. It's about enhancing your health and well-being. These aren't monumental changes, but small, thoughtful shifts in the products you use regularly. And those small changes can accumulate into a significant improvement in how you feel day in and day out. Breathing easier, having fewer unexplained headaches, and simply feeling more vital and comfortable in your own space. You deserve to keep your home sparkling without compromising your precious health. We'd love to hear from you. Have you already switched to more natural cleaning products? Do you have any favorite tips or natural cleaning recipes you swear by? Share your experiences and insights in the comments below. Your wisdom can help so many others in our community. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps us know we're creating content that truly serves you. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more practical advice and inspiring ideas on living your best life at every age. Remember, every choice you make for your well-being adds up. You have the power to create a healthier, happier home and a more vibrant life. Live your best life at every age.